Hi, I'm Lou with another episode of My Car Story, and today we're in Geneva, Illinois at the Geneva Concours. You got to come out. It's a great show. The last Saturday in August. I met Dennis. Dennis, what's your last name?
Dennis Ward.
Dennis Ward. And
Yeah.
Dennis, what did you bring here today?
Well, I've got this 1966 Ford Fairlane 500XL, which I've totally 100% restored. Tried to get every NOS part that I could back on it to make it back to factory or better.
And
So,
how long have you had this one?
oh, I've had this like 4.5, 5 years.
So 2015.
Yeah.
Come on back. Let's take a look at your. Come on back and let's take a look
Yeah.
at your car that we have right there.
Yeah.
Like so.
Yeah.
This looks fantastic. It looks copper, but what's the color they call this one?
This was called Ember Glow. It was only good through 67 and 69.
Got it.
And the XL, as you can see, has more. It was like they put the chrome on there with a trowel. All that chrome I sent out. It's all original, all restored,
They put
all
the
redone.
they put the chrome on with a trowel.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was only the XL that had the chrome on the rear quarter panel, which is kind of unique. And I believe this rail trim here was a dealer option, and I opted to stay with that. Again, finding that little rubber piece that went in here was very difficult, but we were able to do it.
There's that chrome
And
piece you were sharing.
It's only on the XLs.
Got your hot chocolate.
And obviously the interior, this came almost exclusively from a company called Dearborn Classics, which, if you can see the difference in it's thick padded material, and the seats are like just beautiful. It's unfortunately Dearborn Classics sold out to Eckler, and they don't do this anymore, so I got the last headliner from them, and which was different than anything they make today. I'm not too sure if you can still get this quality of seat covers, but
Oh, they look wonderful.
yeah, they're obviously Ember Glow seats.
And we'll take a look at the. We'll take a look at that from the other side as
Sure.
well. Let's take a look under the hood, shall we, while we're
Yeah.
up front.
Well, this is your standard for the year.
You know, before we even open it, let me take one step back. I don't
Again, the grill this is the original grill,
Yeah.
all redone.
And so he went to work for them.
The guy that does this, it's aluminum. The guy is close to a genius. He's in Mount Prospect, Illinois, and he did everything from the bumpers to the dash knobs. This guy is a little genius in Mount Prospect.
Now I feel heat coming off this, so you drive this. You've just restored
I've only got 60 miles on this car since
Right.
I restored it.
Let's take a look under the hood. Are you going to drive it?
Well,
A little bit to car shows?
back and forth to car show. That's
Back and
about
forth
it.
to car shows.
Obviously, you've got your standard 289, which we rebuilt.
This
And
is a brand new car.
for all intents and purposes, yes. Everything, every nut, bolt, screw, washer, everything was taken off of this car down to everything and then rebuilt. And by the way, it was only XL that had the
Padding?
padding on the inside of the hood, so I had to do that to make it authentic.
Wow, it really looks good.
And we tried to do everything as we could with Fumoco original parts.
And the original hoses.
Yep. As part of the delay in getting it restored was to make sure we had everything as original as possible, no reproduction parts if we didn't have to.
And the car came with air conditioning.
Yes, and as a matter of fact, it's my understanding less than 1,000 cars of 66 came with factory air. After that, it was a dealer option. This is one of the less than 1,000 cars that came with factory air.
It came with that. Got it.
And you can see it in the dash.
You can see all of this too. Go ahead.
Yeah. You can see in the dash, the factory air is actually embedded. Yep.
Okay.
This I had to. Once you can prove the original data plate,
Yeah.
There are companies, you have to prove it. You got to give them the old data plate, and they redid it for me, and you can see it looks pretty darn nice.
Dennis, what was your reaction when you saw this car all done? How did you feel?
Well, my mechanic is a good friend of mine, and I visited him very often, you know, to updates, and he had questions and that. But my reaction when it got done was, now I can't drive the darn thing, you know. So.
But you will.
It's so nice, yeah.
But you will.
Yeah.
Now you were sharing that this piece here is incredibly difficult.
This is only on only in 1966, and only on XLs and GTs did they have this door handle, and it had the uniqueness of having a white light that comes down, the red that comes to the side. And I couldn't find this piece of plastic. I had to drive to Rantoul, Illinois.
Is that right?
Get that piece. Oh, this is another cute little feature. Back in '66, there are actually 5 ashtrays in this car, one in each armrest, and of course the center console. So back in '66, smoking wasn't a prohibited event.
Smoking was part of the process.
Yeah. And you can see all this dash, all that plastic was sent out. This I found on eBay, a new old stock, brand new in the box speedometer. So that's that speedometer. The dash, this padded dash, was sent to California in a place called Just Dashes, and they did a job that's unbelievable. It's probably better than factory.
The whole car is brand new.
Yeah, the only thing I really didn't do is stock. Now that is the stock radio, okay?
Yeah.
But there's a place in Florida, Taman Electric, that converted it, and it's a fooler. You can't tell, but it's actually AM/FM.
Okay. We're not taking any points off because I love your car.
Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody about the radio.
Right, just me and you have told
That's
the Globe.
secret.
Other than that, it's our secret.
Yeah.
We won't tell any of the judges here at Geneva. Let's take a look in the trunk, shall we?
All right, one little feature
Yeah,
that
please.
I'd just like to point out. Being a hardtop,
Yeah.
what we had really 2 serious problems. One, you had to align these rear quarter windows this way so that the gap stays, you know,
True.
true, and then this way so that they meet. So
And you've done that.
the guy that restored this, my mechanic, spent an awful lot of time adjusting back and forth, trial and error, but we got
Just to
it.
get it.
And
I
then
see the right.
getting this little piece here, I don't know, it was only on XLs, okay, that they had this roof
Chrome
rail
trim, yeah.
with the chrome trim. I had to go, my daughter lives out in Denver, Colorado, and I visited the guy who had a junkyard. I was able to find replacements that weren't all nicked up, and so that came from Denver, Colorado. The trunk came from the same place.
Let's take a look at the trunk, shall we?
Is Wayne in the bathroom? He is?
Again,
Okay.
selected models had this piece of chrome on here, and so this guy redid this whole piece of chrome for me.
piece of chrome.
It's actually aluminum,
Yeah.
but he redid it, and you can tell the detail that somebody put into this as to all the caulking that was done by the body shop. Yep, that's an original for the
This is where it started.
yeah, that's how far we took it down.
Wow. And I mean, look at the sides. It's just a brand new car. And we have some trunk treats for you as well.
Yep.
We'll take our time with those. As well. Well, I'm gonna take my time through that one.
Okay.
We're not gonna rush any of this. This is great. There's your car right there.
Well, that's
Actually,
a
Galaxy, right?
Yep.
I got it.
That was the Ford brochure for listings of all their cars.
There's the Fairlane.
Yep. And you can see there's a copper or an Ember Glow off on the right-hand side.
The GT versus the GTA. Here's our Ember Glow.
You basically had three models. If you stop and think about the Galaxy, which is the big one, Falcon, which was the little compact, and then the Fairlane kind of fit into the middle.
You've got your Thunderbirds with an 8-track tape. Out on the golf course with your pageant hat on for your Mustang GT. And then there's your Falcon. That was your overall 66, 49 total performance models. And then more specific to this car, we have this. First of all, we're going right to our 66 Fairlane. Great room with the picture. We do that. Usually when the kids are playing hide and seek, they stand next to the car like that. And mom's wondering where
I don't think I could do that today.
Yeah, no. Back then, right?
That's kind of like the 5 ashtrays. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah, they don't do the 5 ashtrays anymore.
Now this, what your page you got here is what's known as the GT and the GTA. And the GT was introduced to compete with the GTO, then the 442 is going to be a muscle car. And then of course you got back page you got now.
Which is yours?
Is mine. It's the XL.
So we'll take our time there. I just enjoy the brochure so much because it takes you right back to that time period. I mean, that picture right there in the middle of that, just for no reason, just giving you the stripes and things. Convertible. The Cruise-O-Matic. Your Fairlane 500. That's a lot of luggage.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Let's,
this is the option which I went with when I put in.
let's shut the trunk and let's fire it up, shall we?
All right.
Let me just give people the chance for that. Okay, we'll shut that. We'll listen to it here.
Now, I put a little throat to this car. So
Okay.
It's got a little rumble to it.
All right, I like a little rumble to it. Let's give it a rev, please. I'm back with me, Dennis. I see they're judging some of the other cars.
Yeah.
Dennis, if they like what they see, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell. Dennis, what a fun car. Such a great first video.
Oh, I love it. And you know, my wife, I've got a few other cars I play with. And my wife got a little upset when I bought this one. I got it on eBay for like, I can't remember. But I bought it when it was real raw. And she said, that's enough. You can't do this. And I says, Deb, look at this car. I said, what? When I first met you, I was driving an Ember Glow 66 Fairlane, okay? Oh, okay, you can keep this one.
There you go. You hit her on the sentiment. There's a little
I-
lesson for the guys.
Yeah, I got a little sentiment. You're right.
Great stuff. Hey, thanks for sharing the car with us. This is the first video of this car.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm so happy to have it on my car story. Thanks so
Okay.
much for
Well,
videoing
thank you
it.
for the interview, Lou.
Thank you.
All right.